Hey girl, hey, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Misha. Thank you guys for joining me yet again for another review. We are back with a brand new review for Belle Collective Season 2, Episode 8. If you are new here, then welcome. I give lighthearted reviews with a little bit of laughter and a little bit of shade and a whole lot of detail. If you're back for a second or third time, then welcome back. Y'all, please don't hesitate to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Share with a friend. Hit that notification bell so that you will be updated each and every time I upload a video. Now, child, let's get into it if we're going to get into it. When the episode first opens up, Tisha, Marie, and Akeisha meet for lunch. Kiki, TT, and Marie J. Blige meet for lunch. So they all meet for lunch. And Akeisha was saying, she's a little bit leery as to why they invited her, since they already have a preconceived notion about who she is. But if they don't like her, she don't give a damn. Honey, I know that's right. So they get to the table, right? So Kiki asking how Marie J. Blige is feeling. She had her lupus flare up. And she was like, I'm better. I'm better now. Y'all know. Y'all know Marie gonna enunciate, honey, and get to blinking. So they're talking, and Akeisha brings up the sistervention. And she was like, I was very disappointed because I've known Tambra from school. And I had no idea that, y'all thought that I said these things that I didn't say. So Letitia was like, well, Tambra definitely did say that you said it. And she said to watch out for you and what you say. So Akeisha was like, well, being shady to me is like low down and dirty. And that's just not me. Well, for me, being shady is a person that says little slick stuff and kind of reads you effortlessly. That's what shady gives me. But, shady could also mean you can't be trusted. So, there's that. So Akeisha said, like, she wants to put things in the past and just, let everything go. So Letitia said, I just want to have a clean slate. This is what she said in her confessional. Because, we have a common goal in mind, and that's Fair Street. Child, that's what you think. So they reintroduced themselves, and when they were doing that, all I could think about was, allow me to reintroduce myself. My name is Hove, H to the O-V. Listen, it's always a song playing in my head, honey. I am a human jukebox. When I tell you that's what that made me think of. But anyway, child, they reintroduced themselves. Hello, my name is TT. Hey, girl, my name is Kiki. Nice to meet you. And I am Marie J. Blige, honey. And we're friends again. So Marie feels like they need to let bygones be bygones. This is what she said in her confessional. Because, really, they can't hold Akeisha to the ugly comment if they have no proof of her actually saying it. Look at Marie and her maturing. Okay, Marie has really come a long way. So they briefly talk about Marie's mom, and she's just letting us know that she relapsed and she's no longer with Marie. And that's the thing about addiction. It's like they're doing good one minute, and then the next minute it's something totally different. And so she tells them that she's opening 5 methadone clinics, and she's having a celebration for it because she's the first Black woman in Mississippi to do so. That's beautiful, Marie. I'm proud of you. I really am. Congratulations on that, because that is huge. Despite what you feel about Marie, honey, from last season, I feel like Marie has really shown herself to be in a much better place this season. She had that little hiccup, during Plategate and all that. But, I feel like she's doing well this season. Moving forward. So then Letitia goes back to the mess, honey, because you can't be gone too long. And she's telling them that she talked to Demand at the end, and Tambra sent security over to break that up. So Akeisha was like, she did that? And Letitia said, yes, to me. So she was like, look, I just wanted to talk to him, and he wanted to make it clear that that's his girl. And you can't do nothing with that but respect that. Letitia, stop acting like he sought you out. You went to get him to get it started, honey. You went to talk to him. So Akeisha is like, yeah, he brought roses to the stage. He let the city know. Oh my gosh, y'all are too big and grown to be thinking that means anything. That don't mean nothing. A man will flaunt you and hide you right out in the open. Child, them Kroger flowers didn't mean nothing. Now, if he would have came with a ring and got down on one knee, then that would have been different. But him coming with them flowers, child, please. So Letitia's like, well, my issue is the security. Okay. And so Marie was like, well, have you talked to Tisha since, the whole thing happened at the fashion show? And she was like, no. Now, you would think if somebody said to you, Tambra is my girl, that's my girl, I love Tambra, that you would let your friend know, girl, he ain't claiming you. So if y'all got some emotional, physical, or whatever y'all got going on, baby, he is not claiming that out in the open and in public. So you might want to check on that. But you just listened to what he had to say and then went home and went to sleep, probably with Glenn, and you ain't fooling me. Girl, moving forward. I'm happy Akeisha didn't engage in the mess too much, okay? Even though she feels like Tambra did her dirty. That says a little something about her. Because you know Letitia was going to try to rope her in, honey. And then the minute she said something, it was going to be ran back. In the next scene across town, Tambra and Greedy, they're going to dinner. Now, at the same time that Kiki and TT and Marie J. Blige are having their lunch, that's the same time that Tambra and Demand, aka Greedy, are having a little steak dinner. So they're talking about the fashion show, and Tambra is like, one thing I was going to do is have a conversation about the decorator. That's what I was not gonna do, okay, at my event, because I know how she lies. Girl, anyway, so he's like, I ain't had no emotional connection with her. She's like, I believe you, baby. And girl, I don't know why. He definitely is hiding something. So he said he's not about the drama. Okay. So Tambra was like, the decorator is using us for attention. Y'all ain't that interesting, number one. And number two, why do you keep calling this lady the decorator? You know this woman name, girl. I feel like he lying, honey, but maybe that's just me. Moving forward. Back with Letitia and them, she's still confused as to why Tambra was trying to shut down the conversation. Probably because it was her night and her event, so she didn't want the drama at a work thing. And she didn't want to sit up and talk to you about this lady, honey. So that's probably why. So back over across town, in the confessional, Tambra is like, I think it's jealousy, because she's infatuated with him. I feel like she's just crazy. It's giving Fatal Attraction. So he gonna say, I just pray for her and I wish her all the best. I'm sure you do. Anyway, so Tambra said, I just felt like you just leave our names out of your mouth. He said, yeah, just go away. Listen, this looks like a book that I once read before, and I know the ending. And Tambra, it doesn't end well. Men will sit in your face and tell you, I'll change my phone number. I don't know what that girl talking about. That girl crazy. She don't hold a candle to you. Why would I mess with her when I got you? You got this, you got that. Why would I want her? Baby, heard it all before, but your lies ain't working now. Shout out to Sunshine Anderson. Tambra, sweetheart, you are older than me. I don't know if you're more well-versed in relationships than I am. But I'm telling you right now from experience that Greedy is lying through his greedy teeth, okay? He's a lie and the truth ain't in him, allegedly. So he's like, well, let's just get back on track. Let's just stop talking about that. Let's not talk about that. Let's talk about us. So Tambra tells us, we've been very intimate and trying to do what the doctor ordered and, just trying to see what happens. Okay, so let me get this straight. You and Greedy are having unprotected sex. And y'all started after hearing all the rumors about him and this lady. What about you saying marriage first? Tambra, what y'all trying to prove, honey? This ain't making no sense to me. So he asked her what she thought about moving in. And she's like, so you want me to move in? But I don't have a ring yet. Okay, these two are clearly faking. They gotta be faking. You can go raw dog and bring a life into the world, but living together, that's just too far. Like, Tambra, make it make sense. What are you even saying? Y'all ain't getting married. There's that, okay? There's not any chemistry between you and this man. And I can't even envision the two of you even having sex. Something in the buttermilk ain't clean. So he was like, well, I want to get married, but, family might come first. And I ain't turning no blessings down. Okay, he running game. Child, I don't have time to play with you. You ain't gonna turn no blessings down. So she's asking you to marry her. And you're saying, move in first. Let's get the baby and let's move in. And then I'll think about marrying you. All right. So she was like, I'm just trying to figure out if my taste is too expensive. Like, what's taking so long? Why haven't I gotten the ring? So he starts making up all kinds of excuses, using the oldest trick in the book, the oldest excuse in the book. It has to be the right time. Okay. So it's a perfect time to have a baby. But it's not the right time to propose. Tambra, you can sit here and skin and grin if you want to, honey, with your pink lipstick on. But Demand is for the streets, okay? He's for the streets. He's like, well, you moving in with me. It ain't. I'm not asking you. I'm telling you, you moving in with me. It's so funny how you're taking leaps and bounds after this emotional connection has been revealed. I'm poor gone. In the next scene at Marie's house, her and Jerez. Marie and Jerez. They are at the home with Glenda, and she's the mother of Raven, the young lady that was unalived. And they're talking to her, and she's like saying that it's very hard not having her daughter around. When she saw her daughter in that body bag, it just her soul left her body. And I'm gonna tell you right now, I can't even imagine. I mean, just to even put yourself in that scenario makes me sick to my stomach. My condolences to you, and I really do hope that soon they can figure out what happened or why it happened, what was the motive, who are the people. Like, they need to get to work on that. So her mom was just basically saying that, she's broken and she doesn't know if she can go on, and she wants justice because it hasn't been served, and that's what they deserve. They don't even know who did this. So Marie was asking her, like, what can I do for you? What can I do to help you? First of all, you can get this camera out of her face. She's grieving. Okay, nobody want to sit up and talk to you about my grief on this camera. Marie, find something else to do. Honey, I didn't like that. I don't know if it was just me or not, honey. Talking about what can I do for you? You can get that camera out of here. That's what you can do for her. So Marie was asking her, when she looks at her grandson, does she see Raven? And she was like, all the time. Like, I just want to make sure that we make sure that he doesn't forget her. So Jerez was like, well, I made the choice to leave school to be here 24/7 with him. Because, with his mom being gone, he's going to need the extra love and affection. And that's with all of his kids. Jerez, you need to stop having all them children. Okay. Now, I do appreciate you honing in and making sure that you love on him a little bit longer. But y'all, please don't handle my babies. So Marie was like, well, in her confessional, he came home to take online classes to be there for Zion. But, the time has come for him to go back to campus. Okay, so which is it? Is he sacrificing to be here for the baby, or is he going back to school? So he was like, there's nobody that can really replace his mom, but, I'm going to be there in his dark days. I'm going to be there to hold him up. I'm just going to really do the best that I can do. And that's all you can really do. But make sure that he also gets some grief counseling and just some counseling, period. Because when he gets old enough to remember and start to ask questions and he sees pictures, he's going to probably internalize those feelings. And so it's going to be best for him to speak to someone so that he can get through it. So Marie tells Jerez to go finish school and the two of them will hold it down. Marie, absolutely not. Okay. I am sure that it is a college and or university around there. Okay. Jerez, you can go to a campus near you. Okay. You do not have to go off to school. Things have changed. So therefore, and thus and such, you're going to have to grow the hell up. Like, what is happening? No, we're not going to sit here and do all of this and you just be at school. No, it doesn't work like that. Marie, Jerez needs to stay around, the home, or stay around where you guys are from and go to a university or a community college or something there. Something else can be done. He needs to be very hands-on with his son. And then, Jerez led them in prayer. And I have to say, I feel so bad for this poor baby to have to be raised without his mom. Oh, that's going to be some hurting feelings, honey. I just pray for him. In the next scene, it's the day of Dee's baby shower. That's Sophia's daughter. And she's doing a drive-by. And I understand that, honey. I don't want people's germs all up in your house and whatnot, honey. The panorama's still outside. So drive by, drop it off at the curb, and I'm going to pick it up. So Sanjay and the twins, they put their differences aside to be there for Dee so that she knows she's loved and the baby is loved. And I'm glad that they're there to support her. And I hope that they're all able to work on strengthening their relationship, and not just for the day and not just for the cameras. Because, when people know you're watching, that's when they become someone else. And I just want to make sure that everybody is loving on Dee and that they get some type of family counseling. So Latrice shows up. Hey, girl, asking for a drink of lemonade. Not a drink of lemonade. She says she missed a few periods, and so she might be pregnant. Y'all know what I never understood about that? Honey, if I'm 3 days late, I'm taking a test. Honey, even if the HCG levels ain't up, or HGC, HCG, honey, it's 3 of them alphabets. If those levels are not even up yet, I'm taking a test, and I'm going to take one every week until I get a period. Like, I've never understood people that go without their cycles for like 5 months. It's like, I might be pregnant, or it could be stress. Don't you think your baby might need some prenatal care? So she said her and Cliff had been in there bumping and grinding, honey, and she's overwhelmed by everything, especially with the thought of she could be pregnant. So then the father-to-be's mom, she shows up. Here goes Sophia in her confessional talking about, I like her a little bit. She's supportive. Child, not a little bit. Not you like her a little bit. Sophia gone. She's like, but I need her to know that I am the queen, and I guess she's second grandma in command, honey. So then JJ rolls up with a mommy mobile. Child, why y'all let JJ in charge of the gift delivery? The bow all wrong. He just jumped out talking about happy baby shower. Gosh darn it. That dang old JJ with them plaits holding on for dear life. He is something else. So Sophia said in the confessional, this gift is just showing that we care and that she's top priority, and, getting her a car, it just mended it all together. A car is definitely not the answer to showing her that you care. Showing her that you care is showing her that you care. Material things mean nothing without action. So I know this is like a Band-Aid, and she's going to accept it because, honey, who ain't going to accept a new car? But y'all going to have to really work at mending your relationship. It's a very nice car, though, honey. I ain't going to hate on you. It's a very nice car. And she was very appreciative of it. So she hops in the car, honey, like an episode of My Super Sweet 16, honks the horn, honey, and they burned off. So they got Latrice in the baby shower seat with Sophia's cute niece. Latrice, you look good with that baby. But you also look uncomfortable. So there's that. And she said, after holding the baby, it was kind of giving her baby fever for like 2 seconds. But it's still a no for her. She can't do 24 minutes maybe. But damn sure not 24 hours. In the next scene, Latrice is at home in bed with Cliff. And she's telling him how stressed out she is. He was like, well, what can I do for you? Because worrying make you sick. You already have everything. You're beautiful. You're successful. Like, what more do you want? Stress will cause health problems. That's for sure. I can attest to that. Stress will have you physically ill. So she said, I feel like if you don't worry, then you're not human. He said, well, I guess I'm a UFO. She gonna say, yeah, if you don't worry. Child, not Cliff giving ET. So Latrice feels like he doesn't understand where she's coming from because he was born with a silver spoon in his mouth. So he doesn't understand how she had to get it out the mud. So they start talking about what her stress is. And she said, even though his childhood, there may have been certain things that traumatized him. He said, oh, no, ain't nothing traumatized me. She's like, okay, so see, that's what I'm saying. You always want to act like you a macho man. This man gonna say, the closest I got traumatized is when I said I do. Sir, pipe down. Sir, pipe down. So she wants to, just continue to grind because anything could happen. And if something does happen, she wants to know that she will be okay because she doesn't want to go back to where she came from. I understand that. It's like once you get yourself together, you never want to go in reverse. So they start talking about her having a baby and she wants to have certain things in place. And Cliff feels like if everybody waited till they had everything together, then nobody will be in the world. Now, that's one way to look at it. That's definitely true. You do need to, just go for it sometimes. But also, you do need to make sure that you're somewhat ready. Like, you're never going to be 100% ready. But it's okay to want to take things slow and think things through. I feel like more people should do that. And child, especially with what you see all over social media and the news, maybe they should have thought things through a little bit further. Cliff just want what he want. Every time he talks to Latrice, he's never listening to her side. He's just trying to force her into what he wants. So she tells him that she missed her period for 3 months. And he was like, did you plan to miss it? She said, how the hell you plan to miss a period? But he want another baby. Don't even know how the reproductive system works, but he want a child. So she's telling him that she doesn't know, if she's pregnant or not, but it's something that she doesn't want. He said, well, if you are, I'm going to be behind you 1,000%. So he was like, I might not be the best husband, but I will be the best daddy that baby ever had. So she's afraid if Cliff bounces, she will be there as a single mom. Because growing up, she felt like she wasn't loved properly because she only had her mom and she didn't have her dad. So in the confessional, he's telling her, that he going to love the child more than he loved her. She was like, yeah, my mama heard the same thing. And look how that turned out. He said, well, I'm not your daddy, though. So she's afraid of a lot. Okay, she's afraid of a lot. And I don't think she should get pregnant just yet till she works through some of those fears. And ma'am, you going to need to go on birth control. If you don't want to have no baby, honey, you're going to have to make sure you have systems in place. So she tells him if she is pregnant, it's either terminate the pregnancy, give the child up for adoption, or raise the child with him. He said, I don't believe in that. I'll give you up for adoption. Well, she is young enough to be your child. Oh, honey, not you going to give her up for adoption. So he told her if she makes that decision without him, then they might be heading to divorce, honey, because that ain't something you just make on your own. And Latrice was like, whatever you want to say, because at the end of the day, I'm going to do what's best for me. Moving forward. In the next scene, it's the day of Marie's celebration, honey. Everybody's showing up. Keisha's saying in her confessional she's happy to have a seat at the table, basically. And she didn't say seat at the table, but I like to put a little zhuzh on it. She's happy to be invited to an event that Marie is throwing this time. She wants to move past her issues with Tambra, honey, but she got her good eye on her. And I don't blame her, because once you cross me, you can never really just be trusted. So baby Marie J. Blige got on her sparkly suit, honey, not a utility van in sight. So she gets up and she starts speaking her speech. And of course, you know she has to thank Essie. So she thanks her business partner, Essie, and just basically said that it shows that women can work together. Here go Latrice. Sound like a soulmate to me, honey. Latrice, don't start. Please don't start. Do not start that. So they make a toast to Hamilton Davis. So Akeisha was like, I'm just here to support Marie 100%. Her being the first Black person to have a methadone clinic in the state of Mississippi, that's major, and that's something that I can really get behind. So Latrice brings up the last time that they were together that the security guard was called on them. So she's like, here goes Tambra. That's not true. Letitia said, well, they did. The security guard came over. Latrice said, yeah, Greedy got everybody straight out. Girl, he got us together. So Tambra, you're talking about, well, security was following me because it was the end of the night and the station gonna make sure I'm good. Tambra got a little line problem. Tambra, the way that security guard came over there, he was giving strict instructions and he followed them. You didn't want them questioning old Line Demand. Let's just call a spade, honey. The radio station making sure you have a security guard, that's the best you could do. And you used to ride around with a security guard on the first season. And don't think I forgot. So Latrice is like, nah, that's some BS. That's what she said in her confessional. You just want to make sure that don't nobody out your fake situationship. Exactly. So everyone is mixing and mingling. Everybody's talking about the great energy in the room and how the sisterhood is coming together. And I mean, it's good, even for a brief moment, to see all the ladies getting along. I thought that was great. So they sit down and Mel tells them that Akeisha is hosting the stakeholders luncheon and it's taking place at the Faulkner. It's for the well-to-do and the invite list will be exclusive. Basically, you heifers on the list because y'all the cast and a few extras. So she was like, yeah, I just want to reintroduce myself to some people and introduce myself to others. She was like, I just want to let them know about me and Willie putting a bar down there and, my vision for Fair Street. Here go Letitia. Wow. I guess I'm not a part of Akeisha's vision for Fair Street. Oh, no, ma'am. Honey, you sure are not. I was shocked she agreed to have lunch with you after being upset about you saying that her own family didn't want her, Marlo. Like, don't think she forgot that. You think she gonna want to do some business with you after what you said? Girl, goodbye. So she was like, I'm not surprised that Akeisha didn't tell me about me not being a part of Fair Street. I'm not shocked. Well, you also won't be shocked when she tell you the reason that she does not want you to be a part of whatever she's doing on Fair Street. So here goes Sophia being shady, talking about all the plates gonna be clean. Child, they better be all in mess she was talking. So Marie's co-grandparent, Glenda, she shows up to support Marie. And all of the ladies were, offering kind words. And so Latrice said even though she doesn't have a child that she lost 2 brothers, and it's just something that you think about every day. It's not something that you really get over. I'm just praying for everyone that has lost someone near and dear to them. I have not, by the grace of God, had that happen to me, but I cannot imagine what I would be feeling or what I would be going through if it were to happen, because I don't handle things well. I don't handle stress and negativity and grief. I don't handle those things well. So, baby, then the party went from sugar to okay, so they all talking to Glenda, honey, making sure she all right. And then in walks Taisha. Here go Latrice talking about, baby, Demand sneaky link just walked in and the look on Tambra's face. Tambra looked like she had seen a ghost. Like she literally looked like she had seen a decorating ghost. But I want to know this. Who blindsided this lady with Taisha? We ain't never seen her around these parts during filming. Now all of a sudden she in the mix. This is messy and it's giving setup. And that's what it's giving to me. So she comes in and she speaks. Marie introduces her as her planner. She's like, yeah, she's been planning many things for me for many years. And I just wanted her to share in this moment. Nah, that ain't what you wanted. You and Letitia set this up because y'all knew Tambra would be there and would have to either talk or leave. And leave is what she decided to do. So Tambra was like, so the decorator walked through and, I'm about to leave because I'm not about to talk about Demand And, he isn't here to defend himself. I'm not about to do that. Well, baby, hightailing on out of here then. And that's exactly what she did. Pew! Honey, it was giving Sonic the Hedgehog. So Tambra is like, I just feel like I'm being stalked at this point. And girl, dramatic much? Not stalked. So she's getting demiked and Taisha over there talking about, so you can talk about me, but not to me. I'm here. I'm sure Letitia Miss herself told you that she was talking about you. So Tambra was like, you're disrespectful and you're desperate and you're fake. Tambra, why are you running away, honey? Never let them see you sweat. If you believe what Demand said, then why don't you stand there and have a conversation with her? Let her know your facts. But at the same time, I get it, because you're not about to ambush me and have me fussing over no man on camera, honey. It ain't gonna work like that for me. But it seems like the issue is not gonna just resolve itself. You're gonna have to have a conversation, because the woman ain't going away. I don't know what's gonna happen, honey, but that was the end of the episode. Share your comment down below and tell me exactly what you thought about this episode of the Belle Collective. Next episode is the season finale. What? You know what? It's some shows that I can't wait to go off, and then it's some shows that I'm just like, that's it? I feel like we need a few more episodes so we can really delve into some things. But I mean, if we really think about it, it ain't nothing but Marie and the methadone clinic, Letitia talking in circles, Glenn hiring Secret Service, Demand lying, Tambra talking, and Taisha showing up. Please don't hesitate to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. And as always, stay safe, stay blessed, spread love, not germs. Peace.